All right, let's talk about Saturday, June 21st here at Delaware Park. We had another big crowd. Thanks to all our fans and bettors and horsemen for supporting us on a big Saturday. The weather was nice, a little warm, temperatures in the upper 80s. The main track was fast. The turf was firm all afternoon. Rail setting Saturday on the turf course was 30 feet. Let's get right to the action. Race 1 kicks off the popular early pick 5. Race 1, we're going a mile, 70 yards on the main track, claiming 5,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. Scratch to 1, still a big 9-horse field here in race 1 to kick off this early pick 5. They'd bet almost 30,000 into the early pick 5 on Saturday. Let's go to the voice of Delaware Park, Josh Brown, with the call of race 1.
Away and running. Good even start. Alamique is the first one to ping. Bird King is also showing good early toe. And Zipper Zapper is right there too. So those are the first 3 on settling down. Right next door in that 4th place position is Looking for Justice. 5 wide is Swift Tap. And the pace is quick early on. The long shot Burke Marker has a 3-pronged battle with Mr. McQuay now near the backfield, along with Durkin's Calls. Bird King is second last. And on hold is Funkenstein. So it's Alamique who shows them the way past the 3/4 pole, but the lead's down to a nose at best. Looking for Justice applying the heat in that 2nd place position. Swift Tap is lurking right behind the both of them in a cozy 3rd place spot. And Bird King is off the fence for clear sailing at that trio of speed. Mr. McQuay probes up the paint. Durkin's Call comes under a heavy ride, not responding. Zipper Zapper still in front of 2, which is Funkenstein and Bookmarker. They go down to the 3.5 furlong point, and Alamique looking for 3 wins in a row, but has a fight on its hands today. Looking for Justice takes the fight to that rival as they get ready to turn again. And right behind the both of them, Bird King looms a winning thread on hold and has not been asked yet. Here's the 5/16 pole. Alamique's won the battle, but Bird King is trying to win the war. A stagnant Looking for Justice drops away, and they come to the top of the stretch. And Bird King says go, and now goes little wide. Alamique is battling back with everything he has, and he's resurgent up the fence. Alamique is holding on to a half-length lead. Bird King loomed at this long-time leader and couldn't quite land the winning blow yet. It's still Alamique holding on and now giving everything he has. And Alamique indeed has won 3 in a row, the 8-5 favorites home. Alamique has won it. Bird King was 2nd, Funkenstein 3rd, and Bookmarker was a 70-1 4th.
Alamique, the 4-year-old son of Kitten's Joy, has now won 3 in a row of this meet here at Delaware Park for owners Madison Avenue Racing Stable, Morris Kernan, and Jagger Inc. Leading trainer Jamie Ness gets his 24th win of the meet. Alamique gets his 4th lifetime win. Now over $100,000 in earnings for Alamique. He goes off 8-5, pays $540. Jockey Martin Schwann with the winning ride. That's the 11th win of the meet for Schwann. He's your 3rd leading rider. So nice win there by Alamique in race 1. Let's take a look here at race 2. We would kick off the early pick 4 in race 2. Nice group of maiden claiming 45,000. Filly mares 3 and up, going 6 furlongs on the main track. Scratch to 5 at a race 2. Let's see what happens.
Away and running. Good speed today from Codename Willow. Intrepid Mo is right there too, and Our Best Song strikes the front with decisive ease, and the early advantage goes to Our Best Song over Intrepid Mo. And Harmony Road on debut flashes that speed to be a joint 3rd. Galatina is deep on the track. The red cap of Super Upgrade is a little wide, and Codename Willow is 2nd last. Down to the 4 furlong peg they go, and Our Best Song leads them today and shows the way by only 1 diminishing length. But there's 3 of them behind. Codename Willow deep on the track. Intrepid Mo's the meat in that sandwich. Harmony Road continues to ride that rail. Codename Willow is coming alive but in traffic, and Super Upgrade's been relegated to last. The 1/4 pole looms for Our Best Song, still in hand and in command. Harmony Road is right there running a good debut 2nd. Intrepid Mo is off the fence, and they pop to the top of the stretch. Our Best Song is bracing for the challenge of Harmony Road, and here comes Harmony Road with a sweet kick in the center of the track, and Intrepid Mo battles on 2. Harmony Road hits the front. Intrepid Mo surges past. Our Best Song has no more to give. Intrepid Mo's win. Intrepid Mo has won it over Harmony Road, Our Best Song, and then came Codename Willow.
Intrepid Mo ran big in debut, just got beat, puts it all together in her second career start. And the 3-year-old filly by Outwork wins for trainer Gary Capuano and owner Paul Fowler Jr. Intrepid Mo pays $560 to Breaker Maiden on Saturday afternoon. Congratulations to the winning connection. 7-pound apprentice Jan Rodriguez with the winning ride. Let's take a look here at the third race. We would kick off the middle pick 5 in race 3. Nice big field on the turf, going 1 1/16 on a firm turf course rail at 30 feet. Race 3 is a 16,000 starter allowance, optional claiming 16,000. Let's see what happens in the first of 3 turf races on Saturday.
Away and running. Good speed today from Country Charlie. Right next door to that one is K Storm Ready. Those are the first 2 to set the tone. And Artwell gets closer from that outside barrier. So Artwell comes away with the lead. Country Charlie chases in second. And K Storm Ready's a tracking third. Canoes takes that spot away. And up the inside, Reggae Man travels with Mungo with 6.5 furlongs to go. Near the backfield is El Fuego Mas Brillante in front of Special Agent Johnson. Second to last is Strand Road. And Bold Licorice has to come with a big-time close. Around the first turn they go. And on top of the field, Artwell shows them the way and tries to slacken the fractions too. But Canoes is on the deep outside and moves into second. And Country Charlie rides that rail in third in a solid pace here. There's a big separation back to Mungo, who travels fourth. And K-Storm Ready's a ground-saving fifth. Special Agent Johnson still in hand with about half a mile to go. And Reggae Man protects the rail in front of El Fuego Mas Brillante, Bold Licorice, and Strand Road is the last one to turn again. So it's Artwell facing a daunting challenge from Canoes on the far outside, and Canoes kicks for the money at the 5/16 pole, and Canoes has opened up a 3/4 of a length lead. Artwell is running out of gas at 3.19 a gallon. Country Charlie tries to get involved, and Special Agent Johnson's trying to close in too, but they gotta catch Canoes, who leaves the rail wide open and leads by 3. Here comes the first challenge from Special Agent Johnson, who's taking giant strides. Deep on the track is El Fuego Mas Brillante, and Special Agent Johnson surges up the rail to take the lead. Canoes has no more to give with Country Charlie and Strand Road along with El Fuego Mas Brillante, but it is Special Agent Johnson who got it at 9-1.
Special Agent Johnson, the 4-year-old son of Clint, wins for trainer William Downing and owner Frank D'Amato. Julio Hernandez picks up his first win of the afternoon. Special Agent Johnson now with 2 lifetime wins. Good looking win in race 3. And horse went off 9-1, pays $20.20 to win race 3. Let's take a look at the 4th. We would kick off the late pick 5 in race 4. They bet over 22,000 into the late pick 5. We're going 6 furlongs here in race 4. Maiden claiming 12.5 for filly mares 3 and up. Let's see what happens in the 4th.
Away and running. Great speed one from the outside from Hold On. Ruby Rivers also chiming in, and there goes Zippy Doo Dah Day. Those are the first 3 on settling down. Sweet and Feisty came away in 4th, and Go Chloe Go rides the inside. Best Worst Idea is having a very rough go of it. To the outside, Bella Creed tries to close in. Second last is Lemoning, and Luminique is last of all. Down to the 4 furlong pole they stroll, and Ruby River shows them the way, and it's about a half a length. Zippy Doo Dah Day chasing every single step of the way in second, and Sweet and Feisty's on hold right there too. Go Chloe Go rides that rail. Hold On is right there in the thick of it too, in front of Best Worst Idea, Bella Creed. Luminique is starting to fly home, and Lemonine is last of all. The quarter pole looms for Zippy Doo Dah Day, and Ruby River they're 1-2, and Sweet and Feisty is dipped 7 paths deep as they turn for home. Ruby River continues to lead. Zippy Doo Dah Day continues to chase. Here comes Luminique with a flashy run at the fence, and Luminique has all this momentum. Luminique to confront Ruby River and Zippy Doo Dah Day, and Luminique with a sweet rail skimming ride to win. Ruby River was second, Zippy Doo Dah Day was third, and Hold On was 4th.
Top veteran rider Danny Centeno right up the rail on the 4-year-old filly Luminique. Daughter of Palace Malice wins in her first start, and for owner trainer Tom Ionati the 4th. Luminique breaks her maiden today and gives jockey Danny Centeno his second win of the meet, first win of the meet for the Ionati barn. $8.20 the win price on Luminique in race 4. All right, race 5, nice big field on the turf. We'd kick off the late pick 4 in race 5, going a mile 70 yards on a firm turf course. Scratch the 1, 4, and the 6 card trick would be a late gate scratch. So let's take a look at race 5 and see what happens.
Away and running a step slow is Vaccination. Good speed from the rail draw from Hold the Salsa, who gets a nice and easy lead today. End of Romance is tracking second, and Into It's on the outside in that joint second place position. Cocktails at Noon was pulling hard early on, and at 7-2 at last glance, Vaccination was slow to go as they have 6.5 furlongs out before they greet the judge. And Hold the Salsa spearheads the field and trying to really slow this down to an absolute crawl, leads them past the 6 and shows the way a length and a half. 3 of them take up the chase in second. Into It's deep on the track. Cocktails at Noon rides that rail. And End of Romance is in between rivals, and they get a lot closer to a race that sees no pace. And Vaccination is right there too. 3.5 lengths would cover tip to tail. They're 4.5 furlongs from home. And Hold the Salsa is on hold indeed and shows the way by a long neck. End of Romance is right there trying to up the pressure in second. Into It is going to be 3 wide around the second turn, and Cocktails at Noon rides the rail, and Vaccination hasn't moved yet with 3 furlongs to go. 10-1 on the tip of the nose for Hold the Salsa, trying to cause an upset in the 5th of the day, leads by 1 confident length. End of Romance right there in a position to challenge. Cocktails at Noon is crying out for room. There's no torn tickets yet at the top of the stretch. Hold the Salsa's been brave on the front end, but the posse is soon to descend. Here comes Into It, and here comes End of Romance. Vaccination is battling on, so is Cocktails at Noon. End of Romance puts that nose in front. Hold the Salsa slowly giving way. A non-threatening third is Vaccination. End of Romance is an 8-5 winner. Hold the Salsa second, Vaccination third. Cocktails at Noon was fourth.
Well, the Grand Motion barn's been on a roll. They're hitting at 33% winners. They had a nice French-bred horse that won on the turf last Saturday, a young horse. They had a young South African horse that won on the turf Thursday. And here's a nice 3-year-old, an Irish-bred horse by Showcasing. First-time Lasix today for End of Romance. And he picks up his 3rd lifetime win. Kevin Gomez, the winning ride for Shamrock Farm and Grand Motion. That's the 6th win of the meet for Grand Motion. He's tied for 3rd leading trainer of the meet. So nice effort there by End of Romance. He pays $5.40, winning his 3rd career race. The early pick 5, a little chalky. Early pick 5 paid $142 and 25 cents. Let's take a look here at race 6. Race 6, an upper level allowance feature of the day, going a flat mile on the main track. Scratch to 3. Let's take a look here at the Saturday feature.
Away and running. Slight bobble for Poppy's Revenge. Good speed on the inside from Warp 9 and St. Jude. Off the 427-day layoff, Our Nation on Parade is right there too. And the pace is quick for the level. Second last is Poppy's Revenge, and Vitality gets a sweet trip today. So they try to slow this down to a crawl as they pass the 6.5 furlong stage. And St. Jude emerges with the lead. And it's a nice and relaxed lead too, while Our Nation on Parade is off the inside for a clear shot of the leader for the backstretch run. Warp 9 protects that inside position with 5.5 furlongs to go. Poppy's Revenge is in front of 1, and Vitality hasn't moved a muscle yet. They race down to the 5 furlong stage. Our Nation on Parade now takes over the lead, and St. Jude is going to try to kick again on a ground-saving second. Poppy's Revenge off the 240-day layoff is right there in a menacing mood. Warp 9's in traffic, and Vitality is eager to go, but is 4 wide as they swing the side. St. Jude calls the shots. Our Nation on Parade is play this pace tug-of-war throughout. Warp 9 is looking for the out. Poppy's Revenge comes under a drive, and Vitality still last of all. So here's the quarter pole, and the yellow cap of Warp 9 is committed to a 3-wide kick. St. Jude rides that rail. Our Nation on Parade starts to falter, and they turn for home, and Warp 9 now puts the pedal to the metal and kicks away by a long neck. Chasing hard is St. Jude, and these two to settle the score. Warp 9 inching closer to the finish. St. Jude Jude is boxing on well. St. Jude is resolute on the fence. Warp 9, St. Jude. St. Jude got it by a neck to beat Warp 9, Vitality, and Poppy's Revenge.
Well, the 6-year-old stud horse St. Jude hadn't run since late March. Big win today against Second Level Allowance Company going a mile. That was his second time going a mile, his first time around 2 turns, and what a determined, gutsy winner St. Jude was. A 6-year-old son of Speitzer, a homebred for owner-breeder Jeremiah Kane and trainer Benny Perkins Jr. Second win of the day for Julio Hernandez. He's your second leading rider of the meet with 16 wins. St. Jude goes off 9-2 and pays $11.20. Now 3 wins from 6 starts and over $100,000 in career earnings for St. Jude. Big winner of the Saturday feature. Race 7, a nice big field on the turf to kick off the late daily double. We're going a mile 70 yards on a firm turf course with the rail at 30 feet. Nice 12,000 starter allowance, optional claiming 20,000 for filly mares. Let's see what happens in race 7.
Away and running. Bad start for number 7, Exclusive Champion. Good speed today from Always Laughing and Chez Soleil. There's the rail speed of Don't Tell Darren. And up the fence is Patty Cakes, who was reluctant to load. A Case of You is in front of Tiki Bar early on. Blonde Samaritan heads Exclusive Champion, Recognize Me, and audibly is faced with a daunting task. 6.5 furlongs to go. And Don't Tell Darren hugs that PVC to a 1-length lead. But Chez Soleil is hot on the chase in second. Always Laughing got a pop of the crop with a 6 furlong pole. They get closer in that 3rd place position, and there's a divide of 4 back to Patty Cakes, who rides that rail in 4th. A Case of You looking for 3 in a row is off the inside past the 5, and Tiki Bar still in front of a few rivals, which includes Exclusive Champion, then Blonde Samaritan. Second last is Recognize Me, and the one who continues to tail off badly is Audibly. So they go down to the 4 furlong pole, and now it's a pace battle up top between Don't Tell Darren and Chez Soleil. They trade jabs with 3 furlongs to go. Always Laughing is 4 lengths down off the speed in 3rd, and a huge break in the action back to Patty Cakes, Tiki Bar, and A Case of You. Around the bend with a quarter to go. Don't Tell Darren calls the shot since the start. Chez Soleil is trying to bridge that gap ever so slowly, and the posse is starting to close in, and here comes Patty Cakes. Tiki Bar's in for the fight, and they swing for home. Don't Tell Darren holding on, but these are desperate moments now. Chez Soleil's in for the fight, and here comes Tiki Bar, and here comes Patty Cakes. Don't Tell Darren holding on for dear life. Patty Cakes and Tiki Bar getting closer. Patty Cakes and Tiki Bar. Tiki Bar got it in the final jump to beat Patty Cakes, Don't Tell Darren, and Chez Soleil.
Big effort from the 5-year-old mare Tiki Bar. She gets her 7th lifetime win, now close to $250,000 in earnings for the 5-year-old daughter of Cara Conti. MJM Stable owns Tiki Bar. Victor Carrasco Jr. barn, they're razor sharp right now. Carrasco hitting at about 50%. Gets a nice big win with Tiki Bar, who goes off 9-2 and pays $11.40. Second win of the day for jockey Kevin Gomez. All right, let's take a look at the 8th and final race on Saturday afternoon. We're going a mile 70 yards on the main track, claiming 62.50. Billy Mares 3 and up, never won 3, scratched a 2. Let's see what happens in the Saturday finale.
Away and running. Nice start. Good speed today from Penny Polka. Rascallion is hustled for speed, and Fashionista's a cozy 3rd already. Lino and Me tracks the speed in 4th. Molly Malone tries to take that position away, and Thank the Academy broke well and then was slow after that. Around the tree-lined shadows that make up the first turn, and Rascallion lets it out a notch and says, Catch Me If You Can, and leads by 4. Penny Polka's on the chase in 2nd, and Fashionista dons the pink cap in that 3rd place position with 6 furlongs out. Thank the Academy is now eager to go on the far outside. Lino and Me's in between rivals, and Molly Malone has been relegated to the back. So there's 5 furlongs to go, and Rascallion going as fast as she can for as long as she can. She struts her stuffed to a 6-length lead. Penny Polka's on a pacer and hold in that second place position, and Fashionista's 3 lengths down from that leader in third. Think the Academy is wide but starting to advance. Lino and Me at the rail to no avail. Molly Malone still last of all. They turn again. Rascallion's lead is coming down to only 4. They're starting to slowly close in. Penny Polka's closing in. So is Think the Academy and Lino and Me. Here's the quarter pole, and Rascallion is backing up fast. Penny Polka's under the rip. Lino and Me comes with a winning threat. Think the Academy's wide both turns. They swing to the top of the stretch, and Think the Academy tries to take the lead again while drifting in. Lino and Me is trying to squeeze on through. Rascallion is trying to dig down deep, but Think the Academy, going from last to first in a blink of an eye, continues to drift in. Lino and Me slightly hampered. Rascallion too fast, and here comes Penny Polka for the balance, but Think the Academy, it's a 6-5 winner. Rascallion second, Lino and Me third, and Penny Polka was fourth.
The 6-year-old mare, Thank the Academy, gets her third lifetime win. Now about $75,000, $80,000 in career earnings for the 6-year-old daughter of Keen Ice. Wins for trainer Arthur Agostini, who'd been hitting the board with a bunch of seconds and third. Good to see the Agostini barn get their first win of the meet. Nice ride there from the 7-pound apprentice Teresa Salazar on Thank the Academy, who goes off 6-5 and pays $460 to win the Saturday finale. The late pick 5 paid $386 and 35 cents. Congratulations if you had that. Thanks to all our fans and bettors and horsemen for supporting us on a big Saturday afternoon. Handle was pretty strong. It was okay. We were a little shy of 1.8 million in handle. Let's get a quick break. When I come back, I'm going to tell you about my best bet and price play for next Thursday here at Delaware Park. Okay, now the racing schedule for next week. No live racing on Wednesday. We'll have live racing starting Thursday, June 26th. Then we'll have live racing Friday and Saturday. So live racing next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Let's talk about my best bet and price play for Thursday, June 26th. My best bet's going to come in race 7. That's a 12,000 starter allowance, optional claiming 20,000, 3 and up, going long on the turf, a mile and a 16th on the turf. And I'll make the 6 American Unity from the Jamie Ness barn with Jamie Rodriguez aboard, this 7-year-old son of Munnings. I'll make him my best bet of the day. The morning line's not out as of the time of taping this show, but American Unity, he'll be one of the favorites in there. He's a 6-time winner on the turf. This will be his second race back this year as a 7-year-old. He ran a decent race on the main track May 31st. He's had a sharp bullet work since then. So top connections here with the 6 American Unity. My best bet, race 7 on Thursday. My price play is going to come in race 5. That's a maiden 16,000 filly mares 3 and up, going a mile on the turf. And I'll take a shot with the Ned Allard filly in there, the 110 do with Carol Cedania aboard this filly by More Than Ready. She tried going long on the turf in her second career start last out. She ran okay. She didn't break too well. She was far back, but made a big rally to finish 5th, only beaten 3 lengths. She'll get a ground-saving trip on Thursday with Carol Cedania aboard. We'll see if she can improve enough to win. Ned Allard, one of the best trainers here at Delaware Park, so I'll take a shot on this filly at a big price. The 110 do in race 5, my price play of the day on Thursday. Thanks once again to all our fans and bettors and horsemen for a big Saturday afternoon of live racing. Have a great week, and we look forward to seeing you next Thursday right here at Delaware Park. Have a great night.